Hello, welcome back for part 3. I hope you've enjoyed this series so far. I do watch myself on YouTube so that I can see if I'm going to be fuzzy or not. So I'm waiting for my YouTube to catch up. Yeah, so I can mute. Okay, so we are in part 3. Part 2 was a bunch of questioning, things like that. Let me show you what I've moved on to. So I've made some more elements for my envelope journal. I think the ones that we've made here. Okay. So the last ones that we made were these right here. All right. I've gone ahead. Remember, this was the deconstructed. I've backed it now with tea-dyed paper. This was the deconstructed tag that we made back into a tag with all the different things. Yes, I did finally get some grungy tape made. I needed to do that. I also added the color rust to it. Usually I went with my 3 colors, but I added the color rust to it. It looks amazing. So I went ahead and I quote unquote inked this with the paint. I went ahead and inked that with the paint. Remember, that was, we got out the box shame. That was the inside of that thing. I think I have this figured out on my sewing machine, hopefully, because this one sewed a little bit better over here. But I love the tag topper on this one, where we pulled this from there. And again, both backed with the tea-dyed paper. I've showed you these in the beginning. All I had to do was ink these up. These were already some that I had made. So I just had to, and when I say ink them up, I painted them with the acrylic paint, because that's what we're using for inking. And this has items from the box of shame in it as well. Then we did this one on the last video. I went ahead and I did a botanical one, and I did use a botanical label. And again, that's from that 5th kit. I'm sorry. I just put down below now that I'm just using the Etsy store. Okay, like the whole thing. I did say that I was introducing, hold on, let me get it over here. Oh my goodness, you guys, there's just, it's things. Okay, so I'm introducing this kit, which is the Framework Random Inklight Ephemera. Also printed it off in, this is quote unquote parchment paper. It's very thin. I don't mind that. I'm basically want to use it for collage. And see the botanical right here is what's on the bottom of this one right here. I absolutely love this labeling kit right here. And again, it's only 2 pages. That's it, just 2 pages. Okay. What you haven't seen is I have done a little extra work. And I think that's just if I want some extra fabric. I think I need to start working on my cover. I have made these envelopes. Oh my gosh. First of all, they're so flippin' cute. I had gotten these envelopes. Sorry, the word is envelopes here. Okay, so I had gotten these envelopes. And I'm going to autofocus for a little while, you guys. I'm sorry. So maybe you can see this a little bit better. Give me a minute to pull up my things. All right, let's autofocus for a little bit. Yeah, there we go. We're hopping now. So again, made from deconstructed tags. That is a piece of, you see all the elements there? There's actually 5 different elements. There's this one, this one, this one, this one, and then the back page that I used. I don't know if autofocus is going to work on this or not. And then I went this route, and I'm only showing you the fronts right now because you're going to see in the back. So there's this with this, and that looks like 5 elements, but it's not because that was already on that polka dot paper. And then there's the blue. I believe, and I want to say this is Mega Mix 2. I have them labeled. I'm keeping them separated as best I can. But you need to get them both. So I'm doing the best I can. So what makes these cool is, remember when I said I want to use things I don't normally use. So I got out my waxes. Not my Finnabair, but my wax seals. They are not sealed yet, but look at the back. The back are the different elements of, see how, hold on. Okay. Okay, see how the top of this envelope is this one? Making use of all the scraps. That's what we're doing. And this is actually on the front of this one. This is the front of this one. And the pink one is, I don't know, it's somewhere. It's somewhere. It's somewhere. These didn't get much attention in the back because they're going to be shut. They're going to be shut. So it doesn't really matter. And I want to put a wax seal. Nothing's going inside here. These are just, like I said, cheap little envelopes. Like, I think I got these a long, long time ago from AliExpress. I don't like the print on them. So I never use them. They just sat in my box for years. And I did put down the paper. Let me get the paper in there. See, the paper's down there. Even though you don't think that it would matter, it kind of still does because we're tying it in with the journal. Okay, let me get this autofocus off. I can't stand it. Oh, that is really blah. Okay. So I'm waxing these off screen. I'm not going to do them, put fire, and bad things are just going to happen. So we're just not going to do that on camera. So there's 3 little extra elements. So I don't want to get too squirrely. Okay. I was working on just elements, and then I realized I am going to eventually start having to work in this journal and getting things to fit. As far as where I'm going to put them in the journal, things like that, covering pages in the journal. So I just, this is not a lot. And if you follow me on Instagram, you would have already saw a sneak peek of all this. I like the small side on this side. I would like to touch a little bit on this, which is the cover. No, it's not looking the same, is it? All right, and then let's get these fiddly little things out. Okay, so all I've done so far off camera is they all have cheesecloth. They all have cheesecloth right here. And that is because, for one, I wanted to reinforce the stitch that is actually holding the signatures. And for 2, it's just a little more textural visually and feel wise. I don't know if you're really going to so much feel it when it's in here, but yeah, you see where I'm going with it, right? Pretend these are all lined up straight. We're playing pretend now. And ignore this because my canvas is getting grungier. I'm just going to leave this on my desk for a little bit. So everything's going great. I'm still loving it. Okay, some of these I did touch. All right, didn't touch that one. Well, I touched them all because I had put the, whatchamacallit, whatever that, cheesecloth on it. Hold on. Didn't touch that one. I think it's the very last one. I did. Okay, it's the very last one here. Let's get these fiddly things off here. So remember, they're going to go in a book like this. So that's a lot of real estate right there for me to play with, which, hey, I don't mind. And these kits are so massively large, I don't even care. This is Compendium, I believe MK2. Again, you guys, they're all going to start blurring together. I'm going to do my best. I believe this is MK2. Yeah, MK2. Yes. So what I did, and this is going on the outside, and remember, we will see this because you're going to open it up. Remember, we still have a pocket in here, which maybe those big tags will come. I'm still not sure about these things, if I'm going to leave these flippity little things on or not, or if I'm just going to leave it like this. And then, where'd my elements go? I haven't moved. I have not flipping moved. Oh, they're underneath the cover. Somebody else, somebody else. And I can only go so big. And that's pretty cool because that's a big tag. And I'm still able to shut my book with that. And do I want hanging out? Because I can stagger all these. Think about it, when I have like all these on top of each other. If I take that flippy thing off, how cool would it be with just to have like all these tags? Because now that I know, wow, this really holds a big tag. That's actually fantastic. And we know that they're going to come out the top. So at the bottom, I wanted to think about an element at the bottom. Mostly, I try not to do too many things at the bottom because honestly, if you set the journal up, it's going to be sitting on it, things like that. So the only thing really for options, like I can't put any tags coming out of the bottom or anything like that. But I could put some laces. So I thought like that would be my chance to bring the fabrics back in, the laces in. I do have like, these are cut into squares. I was going to do another project with them. Again, I'm using things that I was going to use in another project. But I can make like little, ruffles along here, and that can stick out a little bit. I still don't know what I'm doing for any of the bases of any of the things. I mean, it's so, this is probably, I'm trying to think of the word, the most freeing and fun project I've done. And I'm loving the feedback. I think that it's great. It may not be for everybody, and that's okay. And it may be too long, and that's okay. But I'm having fun, and I like it. So that's okay. So, coin envelopes. Notice this is the center signature. When I have 5 signatures, my center signature is always different, no matter what. Call it a signature of mine or a signature thing I do of mine, but my center one is always different. This has the larger coin envelope. Wish I would have found these first. Much easier to use. But I did put them down with some Tim Holtz, some tape, and which one did I use? I don't, you guys, you saw how many I have. It looks like I used, oh, for Pete's sake, I know it's right at the top because it was the last one I put back in the jar. Is it this one? No, not that one. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I have them all. I have 8 things of tape here in front of me. I don't know which one it is. It looks like memorandum paper to me. Okay, so anyways, whatever. Just use washi tape. I did glue stick, so it would, because this is, it's going to be moved a lot. And I may do it with all the pages. I don't know yet. But I did realize that I am making components for the inside of the journal. And now Not all of these are going to, you know, be fitted to where, like, this is too big for a flip out for this one, but it'll flip out on this one if I wanted it to. But these are not going to flip out. Remember, these are wax seals. So could it go into a side pocket like this? Sure, it could. We could stick it out a little bit. I can thumb punch that, or what's that what that's called? Thumb hole, thumb punch, thumb. Yeah, I could thumb it. But these are going to be closed. And then there's just the tags in general. Again, closing this up, we know it's all going in there. But see, is this really like what I want? Do I want that? I don't know yet. Because look, I can see that when I open it up. And I can just see that coming out. And I don't know what order I'm putting these in. I don't know. I think I might cut that off. I don't know. It just gives so much space. And the page that I'm going to use here, which again, I don't know what I'm going to use here again. I know I keep saying I don't know. That's why it's so freaking cool. There's no mic drop. And I can use anything I want because starting with neutral palette, anything I want. Here is another cool example. This is a pocket. It is. It's a pocket. Look how brilliantly all that goes together. How beautiful is that? Now, this is a disassembled tag that we took apart and made our own. How pretty is that? And again, we close the journal. There's things coming out the top now. Love it. The elements of this and the visual on this is just going to be fantastic. I love this idea. I love the whole idea of it's almost like upcycling. Like I probably would have thrown away that book for the simple fact of I have other papers that I use, so I didn't really need to use it, but I felt it. It felt so good, and now I have a way of not um, throwing it away. The envelopes that wouldn't open. Yeah. What did we do? We made an envelope out of it. Yeah. See, it doesn't open. But see this, we can take and put it, say, on the inside of here. And not only do we have a pocket on the inside with the genuine, and it closes. Still got to cut that edge down a little bit. It closes, but I believe I'm going to make a pocket for behind it. Do we see it all coming like together? Look at this big one hanging out of here. That's why I'm not sure about these. This is going to be probably last minute for me. I'm not going to worry about decorating them. But look at already we're getting bulk. And that's great. Why? Because I made these sides so big. I'm fine with it. I'm really fine with it. I'm still thinking about a closure on how to do this because it's pretty secure as to where this won't fall out. You know, they're pretty secure. I don't think, you know, you guys don't get these and like throw them across the room or anything. You get them to write in. Oh, this was our pocket over here. Nothing broke. Don't worry. It's not broke. And I also have the dilemma now. I don't know if you call it dilemma, a challenge, because this is not writable. Like I can't write on this, you know, it's not writing. And there's only, you know, if you know me, I've got a lot more than these 4 little pages to say. So there comes another opportunity. There we go. We'll just use that word. These are not backed yet. But for instance, this could be writing. So I have to look towards the things that I'm making to have writable space, because the kits that I'm using, if you'll notice, I mean, some of them, they do, like here's regular Compendium. I can go ahead and I could cut, well, I cut the center out of that one. All right, say I could cut that out right there. I mean, there is writable space on these pages and things like that. So I just have to, there's a lot of things to be mindful about doing this journal, because I don't want it to be like, just those 4 pages where, that's all you can write. And oh, come on, Fox, really? Like this, I want to frame. That is going to be a frame. And again, those frames are from the FOXY rag. You gotta get it. Everything she does, just get it. Again, writable space, fantastic. Even the dark can be written on with a darker pen. So we will have some writable space. This already written on, so you know that this would probably be something that I would use for collage, which I did with this tag, or with the pocket, with the gentleman on it, right? This is Compendium 1. So yeah, those would be used. Actually, this is MK2, but those pages you would use for collage. Why? Because they're cool. And yeah, there's still a little space here, and there's still some things that you can go ahead and you can decorate. You can do whatever you want to do. But here's where the real estate's going to be, is going to be on your elements. So I'm not quite sure where I want this video to go today. I really don't. I'm not quite sure. I did want to show you, the elements that I am making or have made. And just, come on. And I went around this, but see, I put this on before I put the cheesecloth on. So I didn't touch any of this. I really like the words. I really like the words coming out around it. The script in it is great, and it can be inspiring. Like, you can, I mean, even though we know this is a book about housing, who cares? But yeah, maybe you want to write about your house. I don't know. Anyways, so I'm just going to take this opportunity, I think, just to work in the signature that I have started, because, and again, fabric and lace elements will probably come in last minute, as far as like decorating the bottom. Maybe, I could deciding if I take this off or not. I could put a piece here. Doesn't matter. I could shoot, ooh, that would be pretty. Shooting lace out this side, but then it would get covered up by this right here. Okay, I'm rethinking. Again, oh my goodness, this is crazy. Because wouldn't that be pretty if we know that it's got this 1/2 inch here that we're leaving. We put lace right along there and it shot out. That would be great. That would be great. But for this binding and this cover, not going to work. Not going to work. Save that idea for a later day. A later day. But so far, it lines up perfectly. I don't really think that I'm worried about... Oh, hi. Hi. I don't think I'm worried about symmetry in this at all. This is just crazy. I've already called it the wonky journal as it is. But it's so much fun to work in. Okay, so a lot of real estate here. Let's move to some of the pages, because I am going to have to eventually do these pages. And what I put on here when you first put, okay, when I first put these tags together, I thought, yep, not gonna go. Or I put those weird components of just these disassembled tags together as envelopes. I thought, yeah, no, looking at them, these are not going to work. But once you put that acrylic on there and they blend together, they are now all like that blue. It's a bright blue, but that bright blue sure goes. And if you don't want it that bright, tone it down a little. Tone it down a little. But look, that bright blue pulled that label out right there. All of these, like the pinks. I mean, oh, these kits. Okay, I'm squirreling. I'm so sorry. It's just, I'm so excited. I just absolutely love this. So, oh, and what I wanted to tell you is I did have it wrong on this tag right here. This tag right here. I told you that maybe it could be from the fabrication tags. It is actually not. It is from the Scrappy Seasons Ephemera, which I believe is a Christmas kit. I printed, oh yeah, because I'm going to need this large of tags. This is a book that can actually, a book if you will, call it, can take these big tags. So loving that, loving that, loving that. But I need to move in forward in with this. And I also have to get more things in here. Like I have some pre-made envelopes that go like this. I believe I got these from Cherry on Top. You know, that go like this. Would I want to decorate this to go with it? Yeah, of course. I have some of these great ivory graduation announcements. Sold these in Stock Your Stash. Fits right over that as a frame. Ooh, where is our frame? By chance? Because if our frame does not fit, hold on. I don't know how big this is. Oh, look at that. It just gives me a little bit more of extending. Remember, we talked about extending, and that's how we made that piece together tag to extend it. Perfect. That one right there. It just extends it more. And with the neutral palette, it's going with it again. I need to move you in closer. Hold on. I guess this is kind of like, I'm going to call it like an impasse part. But this is like where you get to like the nitty gritty. Like it has to start coming together eventually. So, and there was elements that I wanted to bring in, which were those envelopes. I haven't added any, shockingly enough. I did grab a little bit of, I have some cardstock card bases. I do want to use this for backing of tags because it is, there are some envelopes in here that are the cardstock. So again, just tying it together, it matches the cardboard, whatever. Method to the madness. Somehow there is. There has to be, or that, or I'm going crazy because I'm having so much fun. Can you go crazy from having fun? I think we can. So, again, got to start thinking about the cover too. But for right now, I want to get into the signatures because I know, like, even though that's a really cool picture, where am I at? There we go. Even though that's a really cool picture, that's not the gist of my book. So, going over here, I'm grabbing the kits. And now y'all know that I did this for everyone except Compendium 1. I printed the kit twice. I took apart the elements, kept them in a separate bag. This is like my collage bits. I did it for every one of these. The 2 Mega Mix and Match, everything like that. I think I'm going to pick out a Mega Mix and Match one. I haven't worked with that one too much. The Mega Mix Match 2, I definitely have. I definitely want to get, or I'm sorry, this is Compendium MK2. This piece of paper right here, just this sheet right here, this is a Valentine's page. Again, I'm using Tracies store. Just get the store. But anyways, all right. So these last night is I was working on those little envelopes. So that's why this is out, and these are my scrap bits. I didn't get rid of them. No. But here is that gentleman. Remember him? Oops, and that's a little bit, so we could go into here. So good way to keep. There's a little ticket I missed. Use some of this on those envelopes. Love the Harlequin print one. I could put them in here if I want to. It doesn't matter. But these are things that I can pull out for. I use this bit here. Okay, this one I have not taken apart. And why is that? Because, okay, to me, this is a beautiful collage. I love this collage. And remember, I showed you, especially in that picture, this picture right here, this was her collage. I didn't touch this, remember? But I did add paint to where it looks like I did do it. But I didn't. So if you want to use her collages, by all means. That's why she made them. You put your stamp on it. You can make it your own. You can, do whatever you want to do. I am going to cut this up though. Maybe one side of it and then just leave this, because sometimes maybe I just want to go ahead and put this down. And I don't care if they're catching the other sides, because that paint actually helps blend everything in better. Like this gentleman, we're going to use him. Remember I said we're going to cut those out because I don't think I have a page that's big enough for him. I'm not putting anything on those. However, this tag back here is pretty big. This piece right here is pretty big. Again, I'm not using my paper cutter either. Everything has been torn. Everything has been torn. And it actually fits. Well, that's awesome. Cool. So I only have to tear a little bit off of here. Is this the top loading or is this side? Okay, it's a top. All right. So let's collage him. Use clips. They'll be your best friends. Trust me. And scissors to put things down while you're collaging. All right, so he's green, and he's pretty green. Okay, so what I'm not going to do is put a green on green. No. Now I just look through my bits. Just look through my bits. And just because it's a guide doesn't mean I want to make it a guide page. I can throw some pink in there. Can throw a pink label on there. What is so freeing and awesome about this kit. These kits. Sorry, these kits, because you know, I went crazy. And I can make him a side loading. And there are some tabs and tags or file, like little mini file folder things in the kits. I can put that in the side. But right now I'm worried because I'm not worried. Wrong word. It's something to go right here. I don't care what it is. Could be a label, could be something else. I don't know. This is where you just play. This is where we just play. My gingham that I love. And again, if you think like this is going to be too dark, just remember, like that was a dark tag, but look how that acrylic lightens that up. So don't even think about anything like that. No worries. No worries. I thought my child was at my door. Okay, so I think I'm going to go there. And I can see right on that line where I have to. Again, if you're wearing earbuds, sorry, because this is just tearing galore. Yeah, let's go the other way because it seems to be easier. Okay, I just need a little piece of this. I'm not cutting anything off yet or anything like that. Just getting it ready. Just getting it ready. I keep this video kind of short today. Just going to probably do this. So, the Great Tea Company. I like that because this man looks like he would say something like, Great Scott. You know what I mean? So I like the Great Tea Company. Don't, like the pink, it doesn't matter. All this will go together. You will tie it together. Believe me. It ties together. I don't want any of the green. Love the story. I could never usually cut these out perfectly, but it's kind of cool. And yep, I just ripped that in half. I sure did. I'm just playing right now. And that's what makes this so much fun. Is the play. The play of it. The get dirty. Just the cool play of the whole thing has been so much fun. Would you ever think of bringing in a floral on him? I wouldn't. Minding where my envelope is. Okay, my envelope ends there. I want this down in the corner some. Over him. Okay. I don't want that piece. It's all about changing your mind. All about changing your mind. Oh, that's a cool piece. I see where I'm going with this a little bit. It seems to be towards the pink side, which is odd because it's a gentleman. But it's okay. Oh, he looks like you have something to do with that. There's where the 2 pages, we can put them to meet. Have a little floral aspect in it already. There's a page right here in this kit. Remember the page that was like, wow, in your face? These labels are yummy. I like that one right there. Yep. And I actually like this pattern right here. But you just got to get your way to it. I'm going to get my way to that. Get my way to this. It's another bit. I want that. I'm going to get my way in here. You're going to have like weird looking scraps after this. Like this is going to have a big hole in it. Don't care. But I can still use all these other elements in it. Ooh, I like that stripe right there too. Ooh, that's cool too. I'm serious. I keep finding things and I'm like, wait a minute, I've looked at this a million times. Feels like a million times, but a million and one, I find something else. All right, so to add a little color behind this, okay, I see the green on the edges of this, so that's not something I'm going to use. So I'm going to actually leave my scrap big enough if I need another piece to line something or someone like that. I'm going to take it all apart here. Get out. Okay, I'm going to leave his, so I need that a little smaller. Let's go on this one. And I might not even end up liking this. It's happened. Trust me, it's definitely happened. Odd, right? Wouldn't think those things go together. Oh my goodness, I'm thinking, has my head been in the way the whole time? Okay, but it hasn't. Love this little tag. Oh, Michelle. Stop. That was your weight. Okay. I have other labels I could use. You know, she has a whole bunch of. Okay, so these are all great scraps. Love them. Now that little tag brings that color, that odd color that I added to this green that you wouldn't think has brought it together. I like that as a collage. Really like that as a collage. I'd pick it up, but it's not glued down right now. So just give me 1 second. And boy, have the pictures been snapping, because I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I originally do? So I just kind of put them off to the side. And if you don't like it, paint over it. Paint over it. Try to take it off. Doesn't matter. Okay, since I know what I'm doing on this page, right here, move this out of the way just for a moment. And I will need to rip a little bit more. Let's come down here so you guys a little bit better view. Okay, because I know what I'm doing on this page now. That's gonna have something behind it. Okay, go for it. Now these are I know that some of these are in the kit, and then some of them, I believe this picture is deconstructed from a tag, another tag. Which just makes it cooler. So we've put pink on here. We've put this real teal color, I guess you would call it. Sure have. And the reason why I like the Great Tea Company, because I think he would say something like Great Scott. And it's all feminine colors with a gentleman. Who cares? Love it. And if you want to write something like what's in that envelope, yeah, in there, yeah. So there's that. All deconstructed. But wait, because I will ink. Use the term lightly. It's not inking. Okay. Pull up the sleeves. Okay, so I know I'm putting him right here. And he does fit great on the outside there. Comes to inside. I can even have a little extra room on the outside if I wanted to. So he's good to go. I can glue him down. But yeah, that was me printing. Let's even go there with my printer. She gets in timeout a lot. So I know I'm putting him down. I think she printed like half page on that one. Okay, so let's put him down. And I just left just enough so you can see the paper underneath. Is that something that you have to do? No, because you don't know what you're going to do. You might choose to use something else. You may choose to not even do it at all and just ink and use your back of your envelopes. I don't know what you're going to choose to do. Whatever you choose to do. And while we have that is still wet, let's go right here. Put this gingham down. I want it right at the top because I do want it even. Okay, here we go. I'm going to tear it even. Like that. All right. So the London Bridge. We brought in some pinks down at the bottom. We brought in that teal color down at the bottom. Let's tie them together. I could use this. Too busy of a pattern, and plus going on top of a gingham doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad at all. It pops that London Bridge out, you know, looks cool. Could use that. But there's this piece right here. See that pink right there? It's a gingham. I believe these are supposed to be like used as side pockets. Oh, nay, nay. Oh, I went so rogue on this. It's not even funny. Definitely rogue. Love it, Fox. It's just been wonderful. So wonderful. Okay, there's the London Bridge. Anyone get that song in your head when they say that? All right, so let's go right about here. Because it's not, because of the way that it's cut, I just have to line it up to where I'm going to line it up on this line right here, I believe. And I'll be able to get a backing out of that, okay? So let me line it up. And what this is going to do, it's going to pull the pink to my to the top of my page. Sorry if my head keeps getting in here. Okay, so I want to leave a little bit of an edge. And this is cool because follow the lines. Actually, it looks like I can cut a straight line. That's so nice. So much so much of that orange on there. There's a way to remedy that. We could. I'm going to go right between this line right here. Love it. Do I want it right there? I want it in the picture. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. Here we go. I'll lift it up. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? I'm actually, because this is a little bit fooling, that would be a pocket right there, and the pocket is not right there. I just need a slight little bit off of here. I'm going to take it off the side with the color that is not pink, so they fit between the two things. Okay, there. Now that doesn't look like there's a pocket there. And, you know, the ink, quote unquote, would also take that away from there too. Okay, so that is a page. See it? It's deconstructed pieces. This was a full-on tag, this gentleman. Obviously, I used some of that for some of the envelopes last night that I did. And then this is just, you know, you saw the page where I took this from and this from. I believe that's from another tag. And that is on, it's got a fussy cut spoons. I think I took it off of that page. I can't remember all that. I am super sorry about all that. All right, so the way that we're making this come together, this is where we're going to end today's video, because this is, I will be working on the inside of the journals. There are 5 signatures. Like I said, I asked in the last video how far you really wanted to go with this. I haven't released that video, so I don't really know the answer right now. That's why I'm keeping this one short, because some of you might have said, shut up, we don't want to see anymore, just show the finished product. So I don't know yet. I hope you didn't say that, but you know, you're good. So again, I'm using khaki and antique parchment. I'm working out of my lids. Move this out of the way. Out of my, working out of the lids. Let me move this out of the way. This out of the way. Scissors back over here. Here is the khaki. working out of the lid. Save, because that makes a tab. Yep. And if you use the Ziploc system like I'm using, it's not going to be everywhere and it's not going to be all over your desk because I'm only working with one kit at a time. I took all the elements for this one out of this kit right here, which is labeled because Ziploc makes these really cool labels. This is MMM1, which is Mega Mix Match 1. So right there. I can just shove it all back in there like that if I want to, or I can utilize the smaller bag. But if I want to clear up my desk, so I just put it all back in there, move it over here. Ooh, look at all my spaces back. Yeah. So however you want to keep it in order is fine. I will tell you that because these pages are so fiddly, order is kind of a nice thing to have during this. Okay, so not worrying about much. And the way that I've been doing this is I pick it up a little bit and I just start, use the white as kind of a highlight. Yeah, believe me, I have no painting skills whatsoever. I want this away from all the other pages too. I'm going to go down the side because rid of some of that edging there. You can come over it a little bit if you want. Go really dark right there. Cover that up. Come under here. Let's get some of those words down there. Let's get this corner. It's just a matter of when you think it looks done. I'm going to go close to the edge here. Let's get this right here. Let's just touch the top of the London. I think I like the gentleman just the way that he is. Let's go down that way. Okay. Now, I haven't been wiping off my brush. I have not been wiping off my brush. I've just dipped right in here because I have these out for, that had a little too much. I've just been using these for this, so it's not like I'm going to go paint a portrait after this with these two colors. Here's where some of your like darker quote unquote color comes in, and it's not really that dark. It's khaki. Let's go along here. Ooh, that goes great with that green. Loving that. You tone down that pink if you want. Tone down this turquoise if you want. Let's go up under here a little bit. We went down this slightly. This, let's go for the corner. Tone down that. Can go, I go sideways. The dots. I'm going back to the lighter. Going over the darker again. Just cause. Sometimes they mix, so you get this really cool color. So this is like the easiest way I can think of to show you how I'm doing this inking. Now see how that's like dark right there on that side? We just bring in a little light over it. Okay. There's still some of that khaki down there, but now there's some of the light. Let's go up here. Here. Hitting that khaki again. It kind of makes a nice, I don't know, like a latte color. Straight over there. Let's go over the picture a little bit. Let's grab some more of that light, tap it out. Believe me, I am not. I can paint walls, like, you know, in a house or a kitchen. But like sometimes I just finish off my brush with just this. I don't want to touch the gentleman. I really don't. There's this nice swoop of white right here that is left in there. And I could go a little over the London Bridge, just a little bit. See? Just barely touched it. But now here you go. See how they're both, it's all comes together with that paint. And that gentleman's silhouette, which, you know, would be this focal point of that, is looking great. See? So again, I mean, it even with that, look at that. Again, these kits are amazing. I have been working with Compendium 1 for probably, well, since it's been released, period. Absolutely one of my favorite kits. I now have 4 favorite kits. These mix and match. And the Compendium 5.0, as I call it, is great. And look, this is when you, it's almost like dry brushing your ink. It's dry, so I can go ahead and close this and continue working on. But there's a component in my book, and when we open it to the front, there is the beginning. I can't get these two side by side, you know, but you see, like, there's the gingham there. Here's the gingham throughout here. Whether they're different colors or not. This is a black and cream one. This is a teal color. This is like a navy blue color. It doesn't matter. Again, Tracy, I cannot explain. Thank you so much. I cannot say thank you enough for these kits. Absolutely brilliant. I love them. I'm going to be working with them again, like I said, for a very, very long time. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to release part 2. Hopefully I'll get some feedback on that. How far you guys want me to take this, but in the meantime, this is recorded as well. I don't know what anybody's going to say. So, yeah, no. So this goes back. Where's my other one? I don't know. Right here. Because they're fiddly. I'm telling you, they're fiddly. Totally, totally fiddly. I'll leave these down here for you just to look at. All the mix and matches of colors, everything going together. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's fantastic. I'm loving it. I'm having a blast. I hope you're having a blast as well. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I will see you soon for part 4. There's got to be a conclusion here somewhere. So hopefully with the release of part 2, I will find out more answers if you want more parts. So everyone have a great rest of your day. And thanks for watching. Bye.